In the headlines, for MoMo loan defaulters who are planning to throw away their SIM cards without registering them with Ghana Card with the intention of not repaying loans, the Bank of Ghana has a warning for you. Chief Justice charges judges not to be swayed by unjustified public criticisms. Lawmaker Hammond reacts to Global Citizens Festival incident. Finance Minister said there is a transparent engagement ongoing with the IMF and that there is no decision on debt restructuring. Welcome to Graphic Online's news in brief. We start from the central bank, where the Bank of Ghana has reiterated that mobile money loans are not free. In a press statement issued today, the Bank of Ghana warned mobile loan defaulters who have deliberately refused to register their SIM cards under the ongoing registration exercise in a bid to avoid repayment to desist from doing so.
The BoG said defaulters who have no intention of repaying their acquired loans stand the risk of being denied access to future credit facilities. It said defaulters who fail to repay such loans will attract negative repercussions on borrowers' credit reports, history, and could subsequently adversely affect any chance of obtaining loan facilities from other financial institutions and credit providers in future. The release disclosed that the BoG has data on all mobile money loan customers domiciled in the databases of credit bureaus and therefore advised borrowers who had discarded their SIM cards in a bid to avoid repayment to contact their lenders to discuss repayment plans. Borrowers who have discarded their SIM cards are being advised to contact their telecommunication service providers or respective lenders to discuss repayment arrangements to avoid adverse information on their credit reports that could deny them access to future credit facilities, the release said.
And at the 41st Annual General Meeting of the Association of Magistrates and Judges of Ghana in Accra today, the Chief Justice, Justice Kwesi Enin-Yeboah, charged judges to be firm, resolute, uphold the rule of law and not be swayed by unjustified criticisms. The CJ asked judges to dispense justice and uphold the rule of law irrespective of public drama. His comments followed public discussions about criticisms of the judiciary.
The judiciary exists to serve the justice delivery is of all the ends, without a single exception. The contributions of all assembly are also invaluable to our very survival as a nation. But clearly, it must be understood that the rights of everybody must be protected within the confines of the law, which lies squarely at the doorstep of the judiciary. Decisions of the court have sometimes resulted in an outcry within the society. However, the misinterpretations and misunderstandings of court decisions, regardless of the motive with which they are done and the pressures they exert on you, should not cause you to waver in your fidelity to the law. Yours is to dispense justice and to uphold the rule of law, irrespective of public drama. As judges and magistrates, you must always withstand such pressures, as anything contrary to that will be a departure from the rule of law.
Away from the judiciary and still on the fallout from the 2022 Global Citizen Festival, which happened in Accra at the weekend, the Member of Parliament for Adanse Asokwa, Hammond, has joined the discussion on whether or not it was appropriate for some fans at the festival to have reacted the way they did when it got to the turn of President Akufo-Addo to announce Ghana and South Africa's joint initiative to deploy $1 billion to fund projects for economic inclusion and financial participation under an African Prosperity Fund. Let's listen to Mr. Hammond.
Yanka say ye go hum mono na muguwa da muti aye ze gube da muguwa no nyamu ne yesi ye go hum wo yesi ye kwa go hum abrewa no eye opinin ya wanyina nyini ya bibi woni tiri ye kwa go hum no mo so mpenifo wo kuro mu nyina na mo de dia policies nti now president mania political importance bi aye ya anya political rally anya hwe na anya munya motre munhia na mo ye mo no ma na mo meye mu mpenifo Now you say policy nti na so na dey obi atem. Democracy na ba ozo obi ebie. Na o tempen fo so ye. Anya possible say be jai man kwara no mo ho amai. Mo hunu ye number 1. Mo ntiase.
Before we go, the Minister of Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, has said the government is committed to protecting the financial sector and would therefore not take unilateral decisions that will undermine the smooth operation of the sector. Addressing a press conference in Accra today, he assured transparent engagement would be undertaken on issues of mutual interest.
The minister used the press conference to comment on topical issues, including ongoing discussions of a potential restructuring of the domestic debt. News of debt restructuring surfaced last week when some media houses reported that the government was set to start discussions with local bond holders on how to restructure their holdings. He said at the event that such reports were false, preemptive and destructive to the financial sector and ongoing negotiations with the IMF for a fund-assisted program. He dismissed allegations that the government and the International Monetary Fund are working at restructuring the country's domestic debt. Mr. Ofori-Atta said having a sustainable debt path was a prerequisite for the IMF program, and efforts to authenticate that were underway.
Having a sustainable debt path is a prerequisite for the IMF program. Therefore, the IMF, World Bank, and the Ghana team are currently undertaking a debt sustainability analysis to inform the program negotiations. In addition, the IMF and government team are working to update the medium-term macro-fiscal framework to inform IMF program design. Also, the government team and the IMF team are discussing policy measures and structural reforms, proposing an economic program aimed at addressing the economic challenges facing the country towards restoring and sustaining macroeconomic stability, fiscal and debt sustainability, as well as promoting durable and inclusive growth and social protection.
News in Brief is brought to you by Graphic News Plus.
Download your Graphic News Plus now and choose your preferred package daily, weekly, monthly, and annually, and access free news on various interest areas as well. Graphic News Plus, connecting people through news.
Thank you for watching. For more news, please visit our website graphic.com.gh or follow us on Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube and Twitter at GraphicGH. I am Juliet Echa Safo.